Today we are going to be playing a WWF trivia game. This is titled Attitude Era in Review Trivia. It is from a gift I got from childhood. The date on these cards, it does say 2001 Titan Sports. So it is from 2001. So I would have gotten this 25 years ago when I was a kid, either for Christmas or for my birthday, one of those things from my parents. So yeah, this is a game I've had for 25 years that I probably have not looked at in at least 20 years, I'd imagine. So we're gonna go through it, play some of these trivia questions, see how we do. Um, Here is how they look. So they have 5 questions on the front, and then the answers will be on the back. So 5 questions on the front and the 5 answers on the back. For the sake of this video, I am only going to read the top question off and then flip it over to get an answer. That way I don't have to answer all 5 questions before I reveal the 5 answers. So instead of going through the entire card, we'll just answer the first question and then flip it over to get the answer. I did not know how these were ordered, so I didn't know if 1 would have been like the easiest question and then 5 would have been the most difficult. So this first card here, it says question 1, what superstar is known for his Latino heat? And it gives you three options here: S.A. Rios, Eddie Guerrero, and Steve Blackman. And obviously that's going to be Eddie Guerrero. And then question 5 on this first card was what was the name of LOD's puppet? And I would have had no idea what that was, but the answer would have been Rocco for the puppet. So since question 1 on this card was super easy and question 5 was very difficult, I went to the next card to see if it was ranked off of difficulty. And question 1 was, who did Triple H defeat for his 3rd Intercontinental title in 2001? Eddie Guerrero, Jeff Hardy, or Chris Jericho? And my guess originally was Jeff Hardy. It turns out the answer is Chris Jericho. So that was question number 1. But question 5 was, who was Billy Gunn's partner in the New Age Outlaws? And obviously that's going to be Road Dogg. That's an easy one. So they weren't ranked 1 through 5 in order of difficulty. So again, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to answer the first question off of each card. So I'll read the card and then give the answer and then move to the next card. That way I do not see the answer to all questions on the card by flipping it over, and that way we don't have to wait for me to answer all 5 questions to get the answer. Just mixing these up here, that way I didn't look at these yet, but that way you obviously know I'm just going to get these at random here. I say let's do 25 questions. We'll see how we do. Hopefully I do really well. Hopefully I impress myself. Hopefully I don't get embarrassed here. But yeah, we'll do 25 questions, see how I do. Hopefully we do well. So yeah, let's get started. The first question: what superstar is known as the Fat Man? And our answer options are Grandmaster Sexay, Big Show, and Rikishi. So what superstar is known as the Fat Man? That's an easy one. I imagine that is going to be Rikishi. And yep, of course, that is Rikishi. So we'll mark myself down with 1 point. Going to keep track, see how many I do here out of 25. And actually, we might change our method here. It looks like all question 1 ones are going to be multiple choice, and I don't think I want that. It looks like, yeah, all question 1 are multiple choice, and I don't want to have multiple choice for all my options here. I think that makes it too easy. So we'll do question number 3 for each card. It looks like those have no multiple choices. Okay, so let's mix these up again. We're going to go to question 3 on each card instead of question 1, just because it looked like question 1 was all multiple choice. So we'll still count that one. Give me an easy one there. But now we'll go starting with question 3. Question number 3. So our second question, actually, question 3 on the card. So let's just start that over. Question 2. But number 3 on the card. William Regal hails from what British city? And I know this one. I think this is probably how anyone who knows this city who's a wrestling fan probably knows it for this reason. And then that's going to be Blackpool, England. And then Blackpool. So 2 for 2. Question number 3. Who did Stone Cold Steve Austin defend the Federation Championship against at Backlash 99? And I'm very lucky that this is the question, because I'm not good with dates and remembering like old pay-per-views. But being Backlash was just this weekend, I went back and watched old Backlashes, and Austin defended the title against The Rock, and the special guest referee was Shane McMahon, I believe. So the answer to that, who did Stone Cold Steve Austin defend the Federation Championship against Backlash 99, would have been The Rock. And yep, question 3 is The Rock. So 3 for 3 so far. So a good start. Let's see if we can keep that up. I'm going to shoot for hopefully let's get 20 out of 25. Let's get an 80% on this. Okay. Question number 4. Stan Stasiak's son, Sean, originally competed in the Federation under what name? Stan Stasiak's son, Sean, originally competed in the Federation under what name? Sean Stasiak, I do know he wrestled as just Meat. I don't think that was his first name in the WWE or WWF rather. I believe he was Sean Stasiak before Meat, which means Meat in the K, but I do not know the answer to this, so I'm just going to hope and yeah, if this is dated 2001, I think Meat was after 2001 as well. But I'm just going to go with Meat because I can't think of anything else for Sean Stasiak, so Stan Stasiak's son, Sean, originally competed in the Federation under what name? Yeah, I'm just going to go Meat. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the one we get wrong. Let's see. It was Meat. Okay, good. That is a big surprise. I could have sworn he was Meat after being Sean Stasiak. Wow, that's actually a big surprise for me. I'm happy I got that one right. So we got 4 for 4. I was not confident in that one at all. 4 for 4. Question number 5 here. Let's see. Question number 5. What superstar made his return at WrestleMania 5 after years of absence? Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to get this one. WrestleMania 5. What superstar made his return at WrestleMania 5 after years of absence? I'm not going to get this. I don't remember when. I'm bad at remembering the main events of WrestleManias off of like numbers and stuff like that. Only the like real special ones stand out to me. WrestleMania 5, I'm not going to get this. Let's just say Sergeant Slaughter. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. So Jimmy Superfly Snuka made his return appearance at WrestleMania 5 after years of absence. So that's the first one I got wrong. So we're 5 questions in. I am 4 for 5 so far, with that being the first one I got wrong. So question number 6. At what event did Paul Bearer turn on The Undertaker? Oh, this is going to be... Again, I said I'm not good at like remembering dates and like pay-per-view events and stuff like this. I want to say Bad Blood, but I don't know if that's going to be it. I'm going to say Bad Blood. What event did Paul Bearer turn on The Undertaker? I'm saying Bad Blood. Oh, I was way off. SummerSlam 96. SummerSlam 96. I must have been thinking of a different turn or a different moment in time there. So that's back-to-back ones I've gotten wrong. So we're 4 out of 6 so far. Okay, question number 7. WrestleMania 3 broke the indoor attendance record set by what rock group? WrestleMania 3 broke the indoor attendance record set by what rock? This was the one in Michigan, like 93,000. And it happened in, Mania 1 was 85, 86, so it happened in 87. So it had to be a rock band before 87. I might embarrass myself on this one. WrestleMania 3 broke the indoor attendance record set by what rock group? I am drawing a blank here. I'm just going to go with a rock group that I do know is before 87. And I'm just going to say the Rolling Stones. So WrestleMania 3 broke the indoor attendance record set by what rock group? Yeah, I'm going with the Rolling Stones. It was the Rolling Stones. Awesome. Okay, that was just a process of elimination and not wanting to make myself look stupid there. I just went with a rock band that I knew was real old. Okay, so we're 5 of 7 so far. Question number 8. Which one of the Hardys executes the Swanton Bomb? This one is easy. This is our easiest one yet. It's going to be Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was my favorite professional wrestler growing up. This is an easy one. Jeff Hardy executes the Swanton Bomb. And it is Jeff Hardy, but they have it in the wrong order here. For question number 3, they have the answer to number 4. And for question number 4, they have the answer to number 3. So they have the order wrong here, and they also have Jeff Hardy spell wrong. They have it Jeffffharoy. So Jeff Harroy. But Jeff Hardy is the answer. He is the one who executes the Swanton Bomb. So give myself another point. So we're 6 of 8 so far. Question number 9. At which pay-per-view did Run DMC perform? This does not narrow anything down for me. I'm gonna go with one of the big 4 just because. Which pay-per-view did? If they're asking for the year too, there's no chance I get this. So if I get the paper, I don't know if I'm gonna give myself the point because there's no way I'm gonna get the year. I'm just gonna say SummerSlam. At which pay-per-view did Run DMC perform? I'm saying SummerSlam. Oh my God, it's WrestleMania 5. WrestleMania 5. I'm not good with WrestleMania 5, clearly. 2 of the questions I got wrong were both related to WrestleMania 5. So we are 6 of 9 so far. 6 of 9. Question number 10. What island nation is home to Haku? I'm either going to embarrass myself by overthinking this or embarrass myself. It has to. He's Samoan, so are they just looking for the Isle of Samoa? Because I know that he would go by that. I'm gonna go the Isle of Samoa. Tonga. So I guess that doesn't count. Oh well, got that one wrong too. Who went by the Isle of Samoa? Someone specifically went by that. Whatever, got that one wrong. All right, we are not looking too hot here. We are 6 of 10. We're only at 60% here. I'm getting 20 out of 25, not looking likely here. That means I can only get one more wrong. So we're going to have to go on a run here. So question number 610. Question number 11. What 1980s pop music icon accompanied Wendy Richter to the ring at the first WrestleMania? This one's easy. This is going to be Cyndi Lauper. What 1980s pop music icon accompanied Wendy Richter to the ring at the first WrestleMania? Yeah, I'm confident in this one. Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper it is. So that's 7 out of 11. Who wrestled under a mask as the Executioner at WrestleMania 1? Oh, no. I found this out somewhat recently, or I heard of this again somewhat recently. Who is this? Who wrestled under a mask as the Executioner? I'm thinking Tito Santana. I want to say Tito Santana, but I think that might be who he wrestled. Tito Santana versus the Executioner, or was the Executioner? Oh, I'm gonna get this wrong, and this one's gonna bother me. I'm not confident in my answer here, but when I see it, it's gonna bother me. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking it wrong now. I'm pretty sure it was Tito Santana who wrestled the Executioner. But I don't think I'm going to be able to think of who it is. So for the sake of time, I think I'm just going to say Tito Santana, even though I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's who the Executioner wrestled. I'm also thinking Matt Bourne, it might be Matt Bourne. I'm going to go Matt Bourne because I'm pretty sure he wrestled Tito Santana. Matt Bourne, who wrestled under a mask as the Executioner at WrestleMania 1. I'm going Matt Bourne, also known, he wrestled as Doink. But I'm going to say Matt Bourne wrestled as the Executioner at WrestleMania 1 against Tito Santana. If it's Tito Santana, I'm going to be so mad. Oh, wow, I was way off. Playboy Buddy Rose. I did hear that recently, but I would have never guessed that. I was thinking Tito Santana, and then for some reason I was thinking Matt Bourne. I can't remember if Matt Bourne was on the Mania card or not. But Playboy Buddy Rose wrestled as the Executioner at WrestleMania 1. So we got 5 wrong already. That's not good. We are 7 of 12. The Rock's dad, so this is question number 13. The Rock's dad, Rocky Johnson, held the tag team championship with whom? This is an easy one, unless it's a trick question here, but it should be Tony Atlas. Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas were tag team champions. Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. Good, so we got that one right. So we have 8 out of 13. So let's move to question 14. What amount of money was on the line in the Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd Body Slam Challenge match at WrestleMania 1? So, how much money was on the line for their Body Slam Challenge match? I have two that come to mind, and one is either $1 million or $100,000. $1 million back in '85 sounds insane, so I'm gonna say $100,000. $100,000 was on the line for the Andre Big John Studd Body Slam Challenge. 100,000. That's my final answer. Let's see. Oh wow, it was only 15,000. So a million would have been way off. 15,000. It's an interesting number choice, but we are not doing good. We already got 6 wrong. Who holds the Royal Rumble record for lasting the longest? All right, this is an unfair one. This is 2001. It's dated, so it would have had to been in the first like 15 or 16 Royal Rumbles. Shawn Michaels won from number 1 before 2001. So I think it has to be Shawn Michaels. Who holds the Royal Rumble record for lasting the longest? I'm going Shawn Michaels. Bob Backlund. When did Shawn Michaels go from 1 to... Maybe it was just a shorter Rumble that Shawn won, but it was Bob Backlund who lasted the longest, according to 2001 Titan Sports. So, got another one wrong. We are almost shooting 50% here. This is not good. 5, 8. Yeah, we're 8 out of 15 here. So we have 10 more questions. This is not good. 8 out of 15, not good. In 1985, Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper headlined the War to Settle the Score on what cable channel? NBC pops to mind immediately because of like Saturday night's main event. I think that's what I'm going to go with. I don't want to overthink this and make myself think too hard and end up thinking of another TV station and just being wrong and then getting mad when I get it wrong. For not sticking with my gut. So I'm going to stick with my gut here. In 1985, Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper headlined the War to Settle the Score on what cable channel? I'm going NBC. Oh my God. MTV. I knew that. Should have thought about it more. I don't know if I would have. I knew that was a thing that happened. I don't know if I would have sat here and thought about it for like 2 minutes. I don't know if I would have ever came up with it. But I did know that, but I got it wrong, and we are only at 50% right now. We are 8 for 16 with only 9 more to go, so hopefully this changes. So question number, 8 out of 16. So question number 17 here. What year were the first Slammy Awards held? This is just going to be, I'm just going to have to take a guess at this. I want to say it's early to mid-90s. I'm thinking somewhere between 94 and 96. Trying to think of, I don't know if when Owen was running around with, no, that had to be multiple Slammy years in already. I'm going to go, what year were the first Slammy Awards held? I'm going to go 1994. Let's just go 1994. Oh my God, another one I'm way off on. 1986. The first Slammies were held in 86. I did not expect that. Slammies are a long history of prestigious awards, apparently. I did not know it lasted that long. 1986 was the first Slammy Awards. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's not the wrong answer in the wrong order or anything. 1986 is the year. We're shooting under 50% here. Not good. Who was the second Intercontinental Champion? Pat Patterson was the first. Now, who beat him? I'm going to get this wrong. And I'm going to be 8 right to 10 wrong once I get this wrong. This is not a good look here. Who was the second Intercontinental Champion? Pat Patterson, I know, was the first. I'm just gonna go with someone old. I'm gonna say. I have like 2 in mind, but I'm just gonna say Buddy Rogers. I feel like that's wrong. Who was the second intercom? I'm gonna say Buddy Rogers beat Pat Patterson. Ken Patera. I would have never gotten that. Ken Patera was the second Intercontinental Champion, and he's also a answer for another question on here. What former superstar represented the USA in weightlifting at the 72 Olympics? I probably would have gotten that one, Ken Patera, but didn't get that one. Ken Patera was your second Intercontinental Champion. So we have 10 wrong. That's cool. 8 right, 10 wrong. Question number 19. Jumpin' Jim Brunzell was a member of what federation tag team of the 80s? Okay, these questions are a lot harder than I thought. I am reading a book currently that goes back to like 83, 84, 85 of pro wrestling just in general. And Jim Brunzell and his partner pop up often, and I'm just completely drawing a blank here. It's not like a Steve Kern. He's not part of what Brunzell was, but I just can't think of who this is going to be. And I'm going to waste time. I know Steve Kern. It's not Steve Kern. These questions are hard. Harder than I thought. Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. When I see it, this one's gonna make me mad as well, because I'm not gonna be able to get this. I can think as long as I want here. It's not gonna pop into my head, but when I see it, I'm gonna be like, should have known that. But I'm just gonna go Steve Kern. I know it's not him, but I'm just gonna sit here too long and not come up with the right answer anyway. Jumpin' Jim Brunzell was a member of what federation tag team of the 80s? Or wait, so they're asking for the tag team name, not his partner. That doesn't help me either. I'm not gonna get it. The Killer Bees. So I imagine that would have been with Brian Blair. The Killer Bees. Embarrassing myself. That's 11 wrong. 8 right, 11 wrong. 5, 6, 7, 8, 19. Yeah, so this is question 20 here. So even if I need a clean sweep here to try and redeem myself or something. So we have 8, 19. This is question 20, so 6 more questions. Who did the Honky Tonk Man defeat for the Intercontinental title in 1987? I imagine this would have been his reign where he was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion for a long time. I think that was broken by I think Gunther broke it. Who did he defeat for it? He was a heel, so it would have been a baby face. I don't know if I'm going to get this. Who did the Honky Tonk Man defeat to become IC champ in 1987? I'm just going to say Savage. I feel like that's... Oh, that might be right. Because Savage, Steamboat... Oh, no, wait, Steamboat. It might be Steamboat. Savage, Steamboat was at WrestleMania 3. That would have been 85, 86, 87. Steamboat beat Savage for the IC title. And Steamboat was a babyface. All right, I think I nailed this. I think I clocked it. Who did the Honky Tonk Man defeat for the Intercontinental title in 1987? I am saying Ricky Steamboat. Yes, finally got one. Finally got one that I actually had to take some thinking for and pulled it off. So got that one. So we are 9 of 20. So we're under 50% here. So we still got work to do. At least now I should just try and shoot for having more right than wrong. That's the goal now. Original goal was 20 out of 25. We're nowhere close. So let's just try and shoot positive here. WrestleMania 6 was the last Mania to be called by the broadcast team of Gorilla Monsoon and who? It's got to be Jesse Ventura. WrestleMania 6 was the last Mania to be called by the broadcast team of Gorilla Monsoon, and yeah, Jesse Ventura. That's my final answer. WrestleMania 6, last Mania to be called, broadcast team, Gorilla Monsoon, and Jesse Ventura is my final answer. Jesse the Body Ventura. Nice. Back-to-back ones right for the first time in... that might be the first time. Definitely forever. 10 right and 11 wrong. So 21, so we're on 22 here. Which top-level superstar did Paul Heyman once manage early in... All right, this is worded wrong. There's a typo here. Which top-level superstar did Paul Heyman once manage early in his sports entertainment career? They threw an extra in there, early in. So which top-level superstar did Heyman once manage early in his sports entertainment career? I imagine the answer they're looking for here is probably Austin, being that it could be so many different people. But I imagine the answer being this is an Attitude Era quiz, or it said Attitude Era in review, something like that. but a lot of these questions aren't Attitude Era, so they just lied on they just lied on the packaging. Um, but yeah, I imagine the answer they're looking for here is Austin. Which top level superstar did Paul Heyman once manage early in his career? I'm going Austin. Final answer. But it could be a bunch of different people. Could be Vader. Could be anyone in the WCW days. I think I'm confusing Cornette with Paul Heyman for the Vader thing. I might have got Vader on there. I might have just embarrassed myself again. But yeah, I'm going Austin. Which top level superstar did Heyman once manage early in his? Yep, Austin. Okay, good. Okay, we are back to 50-50, 11 right, 11 wrong. So 23, 24, 25. 3 more questions to go. I got to get at least 2 of them right. What elderly female competitor did the Dudley Boys put through a table? Thank you for an easy one here. Oh, no. It's Fabulous Moolah or Mae Young. It has to be Mae Young. Because Mae Young was the one taking more of the bumps back then. Oh my God. If I get this one wrong, this one should be a layup. Fabulous Moolah or Mae Young. It has to be Mae Young. I always confuse the two, but it has to be Mae Young. I think I'm pretty confident in that. What elderly female competitor? Reading the question is not going to help anymore. It's one of the two. It's Mae Young. Final answer. Mae Young. There we go. See, I would have overthought that and put myself in trouble there. So we are in the positive right now. We are 12 right, 11 wrong with 2 more to go. So I can't get both of these wrong. Got to get at least one of them right. Who was the Federation's second light heavyweight title holder? Oh, great. Looks like I'm going to have to get this last question right because I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this. Who was the Federation's second light heavyweight title holder? I'm not going to get this. Names that pop into my head are like Malenko, X-Pac, maybe Jeff Hardy. Second light heavyweight title holder. I might have the year completely wrong on it, though. I don't want to. I got to get this last one right, though, if I get this wrong. So maybe I should take a second to think about this. Who was the Federation's second light heavyweight title holder? I'm leaning. For some reason, Malenko is popping in my head. Is he second, though? I'm leaning Malenko or X-Pac. And I think I might go Malenko just because it's a little more obscure. Maybe they're trying to get us here. I'm going Dean Malenko. Who was the Federation's second light heavyweight title? Dean Malenko. Final answer. Christian. None of the ones I thought. Perfect. Oh no. Let me make sure they didn't get it. Yeah, it was Christian. Ooh, this one was heavy. Christian was the answer to question 3 and the Brood for 4. All right, we're 12-12. We're down to the final one here. Oh no, this better be. Make it one I can pull off. I don't want to have a losing record here right away. 13 and 12, 13 right and 12 wrong, still not good, but it's better than 12 and 13. Let's see. Final question. Who was Vince McMahon's co-host on Tuesday Night Titans? And this is not good because I am not going to get this, and this is one I probably should get. Who was Vince McMahon's co-host on Tuesday Night Titans? I kind of want to say Ventura again. Tuesday Night Titans. For the sake of how this is looking, I wish it was 3 was like the medium, the hard difficulty, but I don't think it. I think they're just completely out of order and just listed in anything. I think I'm gonna go Ventura just because I'm not gonna be able to get the thoughts would be like Ventura. I'm going he just keeps coming to my mind. I'm going Jesse Ventura. Who was Vince McMahon's co-host on Tuesday Night Titans? Jesse Ventura. Let's hope it's Jesse Ventura because that would give me 13 right and 12 wrong. 13 out of 25 would be a terrible score. That'd be definitely not 60%. It'd be 55% because we're no 54% because each one's going to be worth 4% here because there's 25 questions. So that would put me at 54%. Still a failing grade, but it's better than not even getting more right than more wrong. Who was Vince McMahon's co-host on Tuesday Night Titans? Jesse Ventura. Let's see. Lord Alfred Hayes. Not good. Not a good start. Not a good look at all. 5, 10, 12, 5, 10, 13. Counting it like it's gonna change at all. Nope. Got more wrong than I got right. Not a good look. Let me make sure I put that card in the ones that I've done already in case I want to do this again. But yeah, that was not a good look. I only got 12 out of 25 right, less than 50%. I was hoping I would do great. Clearly, that was not the case. It did say Attitude Era Review on the packaging, so I didn't expect to have as many pre-Attitude Era ones. But I actually like that it was more historical questions rather than just keeping it into like a for being at 2001. That would have been pretty much right after the Attitude Era, even if you want to consider it still on the tail end of the Attitude Era. But yeah, did not do good there. 12 out of 25. I am not happy with myself, but I had fun answering these questions, even though I, in my opinion, embarrassed myself. I was hoping to do good. This was not good, but it was fun answering those questions. I clearly know I have to do more studying and more research on some of these things because that's not a good look. 12 out of 25. Not happy with that, but yeah, it was fun. I think I'm gonna do it again. That was a fun time answering some of these questions. Hopefully next time I do better. It'd be tough to do worse. If I do worse, I'm just never gonna do it again. But yeah, 12 out of 25. Hopefully you did better. And yeah, see you in the next one.